Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog, and for today's video, I would like to share with you our experience traveling to Australia during pandemic. So if you guys are interested, please keep on watching.
Hi guys, we're going to Adelaide. feeling kasama.
We'll have the 21 kilos.
Oh, thank you. Bye, see you soon, babe. See you soon. Flying kiss, babe.
Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines. Enter this aircraft may differ from that of other aircraft. Please give us your attention as we bring you through this important safety briefing and on a journey through Singapore. Welcome to Adelaide, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. Please take care when opening the overhead compartments and remember to take all your belongings with you. It's been our pleasure serving you on this flight. Thank you for flying Singapore Airlines, a member of Star Alliance.
So guys, we've decided to actually travel to Australia during the pandemic time, and most of you might be interested how are the procedures nung nag-travel kami. So what are the things that we prepare prior to our flight? As a disclaimer, this is all based on our experience going to Australia, and your experience may be different from ours. So always check yung point of entry nyo, and always check yung state na dapat pupuntahan nyo dito sa Australia, kasi baka different states have different requirements. So first is, before you actually book a flight, you have to make sure that you are eligible to travel to Australia. Currently, we are still closed to tourists. So if you guys want to know who are the eligible or who are the exempted to travel going into Australia, so you guys have to visit the website covid19.homeaffairs.gov.au to check whether you are exempted or there is a travel restriction and exemptions, and if you are eligible on that. So you have to book a ticket. On our case, we actually buy our ticket through Singapore Airlines because we are flying from Singapore to Adelaide, Australia, which is only Singapore Airlines have the direct flight. Prior to your flight, there are pre-departure requirements. One of that is the pre-departure COVID-19 test. It is actually required since January 20 of 2021, and we are flying on March of 2021. So we need to do COVID-19 PCR test. Actually book our pre-COVID test via Singapore Airlines with their partner Collinson. And yung pinili namin na clinic is Raffles Medical in North Point. So, by the way, you have to take your pre-departure COVID-19 test 72 hours prior to your flight. The day that we got our COVID-19 test, the next day, meron na siya agad resulta. More information on the requirements, please do visit health.gov.au. I will also put that on the description down below. So there are required information that should be available on your certificate. One of that is the traveler's name and date of birth. Test result is that is stated as negative or not detected. The method of test, so for that case, is the PCR test. Date and time of the respiratory sample was taken. For our case, tatlo kami na pupunta ng Australia, and since my son is less than 5 years old, he is not required to do the COVID-19 test. Before you travel to Australia, you have to complete the Australia Travel Declaration at least 72 hours before your flight. This information will help the Australian government to determine your quarantine arrangements. Fill up nyo lang yung mga information there. Everyone who comes in to Australia are actually required to have the 14 days quarantine. I-check nyo na lang sa link na binigay ko kung sino yung mga exemptions. Pero dahil for our case, na nanggaling kami ng Singapore, we are subject to 14 days quarantine. So, I want to share with you guys nga pala yung quarantine fees. Kasi I think there's a period of time na libre yung quarantine for all those are exempted. But for us, we are not free. So, we have to pay 3,000 AUD per person, and then an additional 1,000 for additional adult sharing in a room, and then there is a fee for kids. I think it's a 500, pero may age yon. So check nyo na lang dun sa link na lalagay ko sa description down below kung ano yung itemize, kung magkano yung babayaran, kasi I think may age yung bata. Because for Finn, he is still free because he's only 2 years old. SA Health will invoice us with our accommodation within 30 days. Always check yung mga website nila kasi nagbabago-bago. They actually change yung mga requirements nila. Since we are flying to Adelaide, and SA Police have an additional requirement, which is to register cross-border travel registration. Nung nag-register kami, the next day, we already got the result that we are approved. I will also put the link on the description down below. Dahil ready na kayo at pwede na kayong pumunta ng Australia, gusto ko naman i-share sa inyo yung experience namin going to the airport. Masasabi ko na walang katao-tao sa airport. Sobrang konti lang yung tao sa airport. And check-in process is very fast. Kasi kami nga lang halos ata yung nag-check-in. Nagpunta kami doon ng medyo maaga because I am worried maybe baka may mga additional requirements. But actually, the whole process of check-in, immigration, and going into the gate are all the same. Wala naman. Siguro yung additional temperature checking lang. Yun lang yung nadagdag. So, upon checking in, I'm very thankful to Singapore Airlines for waiving our 20 kg excess baggage. Sobrang bilis din naman yung pagpasok sa immigration dahil nga kasi walang tao. So, para pag tinignan nyo yung Changi Airport, super empty, sobrang bilis ng proseso. During the boarding, what we notice is lahat ng mga transfer passengers na of course, galing sa ibang bansa, nauna silang nag-board sa amin. I think that is one of their protocol. May nag-guide na sa kanila na isang attendant papasok ng aeroplano, which is hindi naman yun ganun katulad ng dati. So, they are not allowed to loiter around. So, pagpasok nyo ng plane, they will actually provide you a care kit. Yung loob nun, nandun yung hand sanitizer, meron siyang wipes, and also an additional mask. all of you can relate on me na of course, you have to make sure that you sanitize every surface pwedeng hawakan ng inyong kids. So on our case, talagang may wipes and all. Yung plane is actually not full, which is good. Pero on our case, napansin ko na sana pala, if I should have known na hindi naman ganun kapuno yung eroplano, I should have sit doon sa likod or actually doon sa middle kasi halos walang tao doon. Halos nagsiksikan kami or nagdikit-dikit kami doon sa harapan kasi nga may mga bata. So, we will suggest that you check kung saan yung area na wala masyadong tao para iwas din kayo sa ibang passenger kasi of course, we still want to have that 1 meter distance apart. Flight namin is actually a red-eye flight. So, very good siya with kids kasi at least sleeping time nila yon. So, nung time na yon, tulog lang siya the whole night. He's been very good. He's been sleeping so well. So, very stress-free kami sa part na yon. Upon arrival to Australia, so, meron doon parang mga health checks kung how are you feeling today? Are you feeling sick? Do you have cough, flu? Or kung ano yung nararamdaman mo kung may symptoms ka ng COVID-19. And another thing is they actually require us to change mask with a new one. Tapos dispose mo yung luma. So sa immigration, yung the linya, yung parang social distancing, of course, just the normal immigration, wala naman masyadong nagbago. So, sasabihin nila na mag-direct lang kayo doon sa inyong carousel para kunin yung mga gamit nyo. And then, they ask us to line up para maghantay doon sa bus papunta sa aming quarantine. We're waiting now for our bus para sa papunta sa quarantine. Nakakapagod. So, dahil si Pinpin tulog pa din. Nag-line up sa amin doon is a police officer asking us to wait for the bus, and then upon the arrival of the bus, we actually go in, and then they actually ask us to just leave our things behind, and they are the one going to put all of those things inside the bus, and we were asked to go directly inside the bus. So, everything will be handled by them. Hindi kami yung nagbuhat ng mga gamit namin papasok ng bus. Bus will direct us to our quarantine hotel, yung medi-hotel na tinatawag nila, na kailangan nga namin magstay doon for 14 days. Yung hotel na pinagdalhan sa amin is Unported Plaza. Upon the arrival, isang tao na umakyat and actually discuss everything that we need to do, what are we going to do, like they tell us na ilalabas yung mga bags, and so niline up nila yung mga gamit namin, sila rin yung naglabas ng gamit, they line up everything, and then at kinukuha isa-isa kung ano yung sayo. I-check in kami, so may magdadirect sa inyo, ibibinigay agad yung an envelope na nandun yung mga frequently asked questions sa hotel na pwede namin itanong, and kung anong room kami. We were directed to the SA police, and then they check kung kami nga yung mga yon, at chinek yung passport namin. Hindi namin pwedeng ibigay yung passport namin. We just have to hold it na nakatapat sa kanila, medyo malayo, just to verify na kami nga yung dumating. We're actually directed to our room by one person nung nagtutulak ng aming cart. So, sila din yung nagbaba ng mga gamit namin. They bring all our things inside the room. And then, very hassle-free. Sobrang bilis ng pagpasok namin. Yung room na sa amin is a one-bedroom room. So, malaki siya kasi meron siyang sala, meron siyang dining table, tapos may nakaseparate yung kwarto, at the same time, may toilet siya with bathtub pa nga. So, inside the room, nandun lahat ng kailangan namin, and nandun din yung mga bagay na panlinis, kasi after 7 days, they will just provide us another set of linens para mag-change ng mga bed sheets namin. And kami din yung magliligpit ng mga. They actually provide us our food, 3 meals, yung breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, sa hotel namin, hindi kami pinag-provide ng water. So, we have to buy outside. Actually, they allow us to buy outside for delivery. So, that time, nag-order kami sa Coles ng water. Actually, state there, dun sa letter na binigay nila sa amin, that water here are actually safe to drink. It's just that we want to be sure. Ayoko naman na magkasakit pa yung bata. Thing lang na medyo struggle ako is yung mga damit, kasi we are not allowed to have laundry. Hindi kami pwedeng maglabas ng laundry. So, kailangan naming mag-hand wash. They actually provide us all our needs. Like, they have a dishwashing liquid. They give us a washing detergent. So, ikaw talaga ang maglalaba. Yun nga lang, medyo mahirap magpatuyo kasi sarado yung mga bintana. Swab test. There is actually a swab test. They indicate dun sa letter na on the 2nd day, 5th day, and on the 10th day, they will conduct a swab test for us. But we came here on day 0 at may swab test agad. So, medyo naguluhan din kami kasi doon sa mga nabasa namin, day 2 talaga dapat, pero day 0 pa lang on the first day that we came here, that we arrived, sinwab test agad kami, and the result came out negative the next day. Finn is only 2 years old, so akala namin hindi siya masaswab test, pero sinwab test pa rin siya, pero sa mouth lang. For me and MJ, for my husband, mouth first, and then yung isang butas ng ilong. If you complete all the swab tests on the 10th day, you will be released on the 15th day. Okay, hindi sa 14th day. Yung arrival mo is 0 day, day 0, yun pa lang yung count nun. And you have to count 14 days, and then lalabas kayo on the 15th day. So, in our case, we actually came on March 19, that is our day 0, and we will be released on April 3. That's our 15th day. So, one thing that I notice every day, may tumatawag na nurse at may tumatawag na SA police to verify kung talagang nasa loob kami ng room. SA police will just ask you for your informations, and for the nurse, they will just ask you kung how are you feeling today, are you okay, do you have a symptoms of COVID-19, or you have basically some mental illness. Kasi syempre, to be inside a room for 14 days, magkakaroon ka ng anxiety. Another thing is that we have to make sure that when we collect food, let's say may nag-knock ng door every collection, we have to open the door. You have to wait for a while to make sure that they are not there anymore, and then you have to put on your mask with you, and then you open the door and collect the food. Yun lang yung mga times na bubuksan mo yung pinto. Pag may kumatok, pag nagtapon ka ng basura, and they also have the time kung kailan na pwede magtapon ng basura. We are actually not supposed to throw our waste or our garbage kung wala pa yung sulta ng first COVID test namin dito sa hotel. That's it for today's vlog. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below for all our upcoming videos. See you soon, guys! Bye!